good morning to you and welcome to another fabulous time with your favorite radio station, Splash 105.5 FM. We're reaching you live from the big brown roof city called Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State. It's a beautiful morning indeed. It is a great morning, a good day to have a good day. And of course, I felicitate with our Muslim brothers and sisters and our, Muslim family and listeners. Thank you very much. We congratulate you today. And of course, we welcome you to another time on the Morning Splash. I am Ronke, Giwa, Onafuwa, and I'll be your host this morning from now all the way until about 9 o'clock. So sit tight. It's going to be a great time as we kick off with what we call Straight from the Dailies, where we will be looking at the stories making headlines in Nigerian newspapers. All right, we've got a few rules. All right, this morning we're live on Facebook, so please go and look at or tune in on Facebook and facebook.com/Splash FM 105.5. Like I said, we've got rules. So we'd love for you to like, comment, and of course share the page to your friends and community. All right, just like how you have people who are following you as well, we'd love you to share so that as you share, your followers can also be a part of what we're about to do this morning. I'm about to race through some of the stories making headlines this morning in Nigerian newspapers. Before that, we've got Blessing Agbeito's weather report, which will obviously give us an idea of what the day's weather will be like. So, keeping our fingers crossed for a nice sunny day, not too hot, but not too wet either. Well, that's my personal prediction. But let's see what Blessing's got to say. Don't go away.
Hello and thank you so much for joining us once again. Today is Tuesday, the 19th day in the month of October 2021, and it is time to take you through what the weather has in store for today. To start with Ibadan, the capital city will be cloudy with a thunderstorm. In sports, with the temperature at 29 degrees Celsius high. Abeokuta today will be cloudy with the temperature at 29 degrees Celsius high. Today in Lagos will be cloudy with a thunderstorm with the temperature at 30 degrees Celsius high. Away from that, and now to Ado-Ekiti, the capital city will experience some sun, which will later turn cloudy with widely separated thunderstorms in the afternoon, with the temperature at 29 degrees Celsius high. Osogbo today will be mostly cloudy with a thunderstorm in parts of the area later in the afternoon, with the temperature at 30 degrees Celsius high. And to wrap up on today's edition of the weather forecast, Akure will experience plenty of clouds with a thunderstorm in parts of the area later in the afternoon, with the temperature at 27 degrees Celsius high. That will be all in today's weather forecast for major cities in southwestern Nigeria, as brought to you by Splash 105.5 FM. Please do remember to stay safe and healthy. I am Blessing Agbeito. Thank you for listening.
Welcome back. Well, thank you very much, Blessing Agbeito. All right, moving on real quickly. We've got Barrister Yomi Ogunlola and Plateau in the building. They are analyzing the stories making headlines this morning. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning, SM. Good morning, Nigeria.
Yes,
good morning,
Nigeria.
Barrister.
Yes, Nigeria. Good morning, Ronke, Plateau, my SM, and my cameraman.
Yes, good to have you. Good to have you here.
Nice to be with you.
Absolutely. All right, let me race through some of the headlines and then we'll take some stories. In the papers this morning, cooking gas. Consumers resort to firewood over rising costs. That's in the Nation newspaper. Also in the Nation newspaper this morning, President Buhari says no more hiding place for bandits. Be back to take that story. On his leadership role helpful, says Tinubu. Also in the Nation newspaper, anxiety over planned #NSAS anniversary protest. That's in the papers. I'll be back to take that story. But let's take a few more headlines. Budget 2022. Federal government plans aggressive VAT other tax regime. That's in the Vanguard this morning. Let's segue to the Tribune newspaper where there are a few more headlines. First Black U.S. Secretary of State Colin Powell dies of COVID-19. lacking complication. I think about age 84, thereabout. Also in the papers this morning, conditions for lifting Twitter ban to be applied to other social media platforms. This is the federal government. So if you're still having to use your VPN to access Twitter, imagine having to do that for the rest. But well, let's hope that it doesn't get to the point where they have to ban all other platforms. All right. Also in the papers, cement price goes up in Southwest. This is also in the Tribune. Winners, losers, as 32 states get more VAT share than they generate, according to an investigation here. All right, so today the president addressed, sort of gave a message to the nation with regards to today's Eid al-Maulud. And in his message, he says Nigeria's insecurity declining. President Muhammadu Buhari has felicitated with the Muslim Ummah on the occasion of Eid al-Maulud, stressing the need to replace what he observed as the reality of declining insecurity with the inaccurate narrative of rising insecurity in the country. According to a statement issued by Garba Shehu, Senior Special Assistant to the President, Media and Publicity, on Monday in a message to mark the occasion, President Buhari said, "I'm delighted to send greetings of peace, unity and goodwill to the Muslim Ummah, fellow citizens and Muslims all over the world as they observe and celebrate Eid al-Maulud." The President urged Muslims to strive for forgiveness and closeness to the noble life and teachings of the Prophet, whose birthday is being marked on this blessed day. On this auspicious occasion, I wish you all the blessings of today. And he used the occasion to give a snapshot of the increased activities the armed forces, police force and intelligence agencies have embarked upon to effectively respond to the security challenges in the nation. And according to his statement, he affirmed that the government fully expected and intended for the trends to continue and called on the media to address the tone, content and standards of reporting into security and safety measures. Time has come to revise the prefixes rising insecurity with declining insecurity. All right, let's analyze these statements: rising insecurity, declining insecurity, with regards to the reality, and also bearing in mind some of the things that the government has put in place. In fairness to them, Barrister, what are your thoughts?
I was watching France 24 yesterday, and there was the report of the bandits and the activities in the market. I don't know which of the states now, where as at yesterday night, the number of body bags rose to 43. And here we have a president who is
in Katsina.
Wow.
Here we have a president who is talking about declining insecurity. But one should not be too surprised, that Mr. President is holed up in Aso Rock. And he probably does not know exactly what is happening out there, especially given the kinds of people.
But do we also either, Barrister, because we know in Nigeria we don't have data. If we were in a country where we would, have like data which was transparent, which was obvious, they will know really. So we're not just saying, because I know of the time too when, more than 48 bodies. I can't remember what was the situation. So perhaps it is declining. We just do not have data. We just see that all these things are happening. But we don't have data to actually support the fact that it is not declining.
Well, it depends on how you want to look at it. Is it declining in terms of the number of body bags or in terms of the activities of these people, unchecked activities of these people? The whole of the Northwest is still solidly under the grips of the bandits. The whole of the Northeast is in the hands of Boko Haram. And then look at what is happening in the Southeast. Thank God for Southwest. Yes, it's relatively stable here. It has always been. But look at the Middle Belt too. So I don't know what he is talking about declining in insecurity here. As far as I am concerned, whether it is even declining or it is rising, the thing is insecurity. Insecurity is still here with us, and it is a shame on a government that is led by a retired military officer
It's shame.
It is a shame.
And someone who's more interested in semantics than the actual number of people that are dying. Plato, what are your thoughts?
I think it's for me it's more of a two-faced thing. Now, if the president is saying there is a decline in cases of insecurity, he might be right. Maybe we are not having the same tempo of the incidences of attacks as we used to hear, or this that maybe particularly bandits and even Boko Haram. But then, like you also rightly said, how do we measure, or what was the metrics used in measuring? Yes, we may still be having body bags, but how do we, place that data? Okay, so number of persons, so fatalities were recorded in this instance compared to what has been recorded in the past. And I think we need to go beyond this whole idea of, there's nothing bad in celebrating your small wins, but beyond that, and thank God that also the president alluded to that in his October 1 speech, that the state of security in Nigeria is not has become quite more worrisome than it used to be. And so what we expect, or whatever other person expects, is to nip everything in the bud. Yes, no doubt, there is a very huge effort by the combined military, the army, the air force, and the navy on these bandits particularly, but that cannot be said of Boko Haram. That's important. Then we also know that the whole crisis in the southeast is also taking a very terrible dimension. We really cannot tell. I was asking someone, I was interviewing someone last week who is in the east, and what I heard were things that were quite shocking. So people are living in palpable fear, and I think there should not be any region where people should live under such what I'll call a Syrian condition. People should be able to walk out of their houses and be sure that they are coming back. And if it happens that they are not coming back, it should not be because of the whole tension, the whole the whole cases of insecurity that we have around. Right. So that's a major thing for me.
You see again, it is disheartening to hear the president saying what he is saying. I mean, I just talked about 43 body bags.
43 human beings.
A human life.
Beings.
A human life matters, to any nation.
But Barrister, have we not actually been taking these body bags now as just pure data?
Can you imagine?
That's the thing, because
can you imagine?
It's not a matter of, remembered when there was this what I'll call silly comparison between the PDP and the APC on how many body bags were recorded. Right. We've turned it to
data
pure
is even
data.
more used as competition, as you are worse than I. You are doing worse than I did.
Because they are not affected.
They
are not losing members of their families, and that's why they're talking like that. The monodies must stop. All these condolence messages to innocent Nigerians who are being killed for no fault of theirs, and somebody is telling me there is declining insecurity.
Well, let's take thank you to Facebook. This comment on Facebook by Dr. Kunwata Chima says, I know that Twitter will not be unbanned until much after NSAS remembers. What will these conditions be? Let's see this comment from Ambassador Yusuf Boyega Abdulaziz. Good morning in the studio. APC government at the center only see themselves as performing government regardless of what the people feel. At least they don't buy their food and they are fully secured at Aso Villa. Eze Udene says, Barrister, Sokoto slots died yesterday, yet Mr. President wants the media to report declining. Buhari cannot do more than this. Nigerians that survive this regime should collect certificate of survival after Buhari finishes with us. He says you can win with propaganda, but you cannot rule with propaganda. Decline call decline. All right, so we're going to take a short commercial break. It is straight from the dailies, and we're reading stories straight from the newspapers this morning. A few more headlines in the papers. Breaking gunmen storm market in Sokoto, kill 40. That's what we had just talked about. Also, Nnamdi Kanu's trial, pro-Biafra groups shot Cameroon borders. Also find in the papers this morning, NYSC commences 2021 batch C stream orientation on Wednesday. At COVID-19 third wave, Lagos records 288 deaths, according to an official. Sit-at-home records total compliance in Onitsha. We'll take a short commercial break. It is straight from the dailies. When we come back, we all know that, of course, tomorrow marks the first anniversary of the NSAS, protests. We will take that story. There are quite a number of stories in the papers this morning with regards to that. We'll be back to take them. Don't go away.
Remember the name, Arenas Plus. When malaria strikes, Arenas Plus. Remember the name, Arenas Plus. When you feeling down, Arenas Plus. I say remember the Arenas Plus. When you feeling down, Arenas Plus.
Arenax Plus is the name to remember when you need to beat malaria with ease. Arenax Plus is a combination of artemether and lumefantrine and is effective in the treatment of malaria in adults and children. So the next time malaria strikes, remember the name. Arenax Plus. Arenax Plus beats malaria with ease. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see a doctor. Available in pharmacies near you. Arenax Plus is a quality product from Swiffer.
Mommy, let's play football. Mommy, help me push my bicycle. Mommy, jump rope. Mommy, here, let's play hide and seek. Mommy, let's have some Twisco. You need it.
It's easy to spot a Twisco kid because they seem to be so active. Introducing new Twisco chocolate drink powder, a unique blend of cocoa, milk, and malt, fortified with Enafort, a special blend of vitamins and minerals that helps give kids the vitality they need for an action-packed day.
Twisco, power your dream.
Ole, Durambe.
Ole kẹ̀ níbo ló wà?
Wọ́n wà lẹ́nu géètì ṣùgbọ́n géètì yẹn dúró dáadáa wọ́n lè ráyè wọlé.
Àyè mo gbé o.
Ọ̀gá Rufai, kí ló dé tẹ̀ ń wá mi lójú báyìí? A ní wọn ò lè wọlé.
Mo gbàgbé kọ́kọ́rọ́ sẹ́nu géètì ni o. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ ti gbọ́ yẹn o. Bí o bá sọ páṣíwọ̀dù rẹ, píìnì tàbí kóòdù OTP rẹ fún ẹnikẹ́ni, bí ẹni gbàgbé kọ́kọ́rọ́ ilé rẹ̀ sẹ́nu géètì ni o. A jẹ́ wípé o ṣílẹ̀kùn fólè nù. Nítorí náà, má ṣe gba ìpè lọ́wọ́ ẹnikẹ́ni tí ó lè máa díbọ́ wípé òun ń pè láti Access Bank tàbí kí o ka àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ tí ó ń béèrè píìnì rẹ, nọ́mbà tí ó wà lórí káàdì ìgbowójáde, ATM card, BVN àbí Access More app rẹ. Nítorí wípé Access Bank ò ní béèrè irú rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹnikẹ́ni o. Bí o bá wá fura wípé nǹkan ò dánmọ́rán pẹ̀lú àkáǹtì rẹ, yára kàn sí wa lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀. Bí o bá sì sọ ẹ̀rọ àgbéká rẹ nù, yára tẹ *901*911# lórí fóònù ẹlòmíràn kí ọwọ́ àwọn olè má bàa tẹ owó rẹ o. Ojú lalákàn fi ń ṣọ́rí o. Access ojú ìfowópamọ́ lọ.
Bó ni o, ọ̀gá kẹ́míìsì, ẹ fún mi ní M&B paracetamol.
Òun rèé.
Èyí èsè pupa. Pálí M&B paracetamol ní òǹtẹ̀ gàràgbà lára tí wọ́n kọ 70 ọdún sí. Èyí ló jẹ́ kí M&B paracetamol jẹ́ ojúlówó oògùn tí dojú ìjà kọ ẹ̀fọ́rí àtara ríro. Àwọ̀ funfun sì ni wọ́n fi kọ M&B paracetamol sí orí sáṣẹ̀tì pupa tí ń bẹ náà rẹ̀.
Dúró kó o ṣàyẹ̀wò fínífíní o, kó o rí i dájú wípé M&B paracetamol aláwọ̀ pupa ni wọ́n fún ọ. Ilé-iṣẹ́ May & Baker Nigeria PLC tí ń ṣe ojúlówó oògùn ní í ṣe M&B paracetamol. M&B paracetamol, ìrora ò lè dá ọ dúró.
Tí ìrora kò bá lọ lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ méjì, rí dókítà.
Ọ̀rẹ́ mi, jọ̀ọ́, ǹjẹ́ mo lè yáge? Oúnjẹ òun ni àjẹkẹ́jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kíní kan ń ṣe yùngbà nínú oúnjẹ yìí.
Kọrí ìsóúnjẹ tuntun látọwọ́ Onga ni.
Ṣé pé Onga náà ti ní kọrí?
Àkànṣe ni láti inú èròjà ìṣẹ̀dálẹ̀. Èmi ò rò pé mo lè ṣe nǹkan kan mọ́ láláì lo ìsóúnjẹ kọrí ti Onga yìí o. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi, ǹjẹ́ lè yá mi ní ó tó gèlè yín yẹn?
Ǹjẹ́ mi náà wá yá nìyẹn o.
Fún adùn tí wọ́n máa fi dáàbò bo oúnjẹ rẹ mọ̀ yàtọ̀, lo kọrí Onga tí a fi àpòpọ̀ àwọn èròjà ìṣẹ̀dálẹ̀ ṣe.
Ó ga o, ṣé ẹ ṣàlè fún wa lóúnjẹ díẹ̀ sí ṣá?
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
Lẹ́nìkan bá ń bi mí ohun tí mo máa ṣe tí bá jẹ owó tó tówó gidi. Mo ronú mílíọ̀nù kan náírà àbí? Ìyẹn ò tó nǹkan kan rárá. Bóyá pẹ̀lú bíi 5 tàbí 10. mo lè.
Mú àlárẹ̀rẹ̀ rẹ ṣẹ pẹ̀lú ìpolongo Airtel Recharge and Blow níbi tí gbogbo èèyàn ti jẹ́ olúborí. Ra owó ìpè dójú àmì lọ́sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ kó o sì gbádùn ẹ̀bùn owó tó tó $100 mílíọ̀nù. Ìpolongo yìí ń wá sópin ní oṣù December ọdún 2021. Fún àlàyé síwájú sí tẹ *444*4#.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
bó o ní o ọ̀gá kẹ́míìsì ẹ fún mi ní M&B paracetamol.
òun rèé.
èyí èsè pupa pálí M&B paracetamol ní òǹtẹ̀ gàràgbà lára tí wọ́n kọ 70 ọdún sí. èyí ló jẹ́ kí M&B paracetamol jẹ́ ojúlówó oògùn tí dojú ìjà kọ ẹ̀fọ́rí àtara ríro. àwọ̀ funfun sì ni wọ́n fi kọ M&B paracetamol sí orí sáṣẹ̀tì pupa tí ń bẹ náà rẹ̀.
dúró kó o ṣàyẹ̀wò fínífíní o kó o rí i dájú wípé M&B paracetamol aláwọ̀ pupa ni wọ́n fún ọ. iléeṣẹ́ M&B Nigeria PLC tí ń ṣe ojúlówó oògùn ní í ṣe M&B paracetamol. M&B paracetamol ìrora ò lè dá ọ dúró.
tí ìrora kò bá lọ lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ méjì rí dókítà.
These banks are incredible. They want to know everything. Very soon they will ask me what I ate last night, if it was nkwobi or ewedu, and if I pushed it down with 2 cups of palm wine.
Did you?
Of course! Not.
So why are you complaining about your bank this early morning?
They just called me asking for my card number. I gave them.
Not be juju be that.
They asked for my CVV. You know that number behind my card?
Yes.
I gave them. Why are you saying ha like this?
You know me.
Banks don't ask, so don't tell. Never share your PIN, BVN, CVV, or OTP with anyone, even if they claim to be from your bank. Beware. As an Access Bank customer, call 01-271-2005 or send an email to contactcenter@accessbankplc.com to report any suspicious phone call, email, or text message. If your phone is lost or stolen, dial *901*911# from any phone to deactivate your USSD profile and prevent fraud on your account.
I'm just joking though. Me will be sharp guy.
Access, more than banking.
Today is a good day. A good day to take a walk. A good day to reach for your goals. A good day to finish reading that book. A good day to connect with your friends while doing the things you love. A good day to shoot your shot. A good day to enjoy life to the fullest with Malta Guinness.
Malta Guinness. Enjoy a world of good. The jungle has called. And the contestants have answered. The age of craftsmanship is upon us. Who will unearth the treasure and take home the prize this brand new Ultimate Search season? Get ready for an exciting adventure on Ultimate Search, showing on Africa Magic Showcase, Urban and Family, Saturdays and Sundays at 8 p.m. on DSTV from the 16th of October. This show is rated 18. DSTV. It's your moment.
Every careless 5K, where is supposed go?
Echo Bank straight.
Every urgent 5K encore.
Echo Bank straight.
E get why. Season 12 Echo Bank Super Rewards don't land as it land before. Put 5,000 naira for your Echo Bank account. Make it rest here for 30 days. Or open new Echo Bank account with 5K. 50 people go win 25,000 naira every week for the next 4 months. The grand prize now 1 million naira for 4 people.
Enter with your 5K. Echo Bank straight.
Echo Bank Super Rewards campaign. Now from October to January 2022. Ask your brother, sister, friend, neighbor to join and you go get something. Echo Bank, the Pan-African Bank.
This promotion has been approved by the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission.
Yo, so they call you a dance legend. One move, and you have their attention. Then, when you start to crumb to the beat, everyone goes wild, screaming for more. But all of the people in your area know you. Here's your chance to move from local champion to record breaker. Let your dance skills take you and your crew to the top at the Globe Battle of the Year Nigeria Dance Competition, where you get to face off with Nigeria's finest. Grab your share of 84 million naira in prizes money and stand a chance to represent Nigeria at the Battle of the Year World Tournament. Go ahead, visit globebotynigeria.com now to enter. 84 million naira prize money, unlimited fame. Glow Battle of the Year Nigeria. Dance Unlimited.
Splash FM 105.5.
Welcome back. It is still straight from the dailies on Splash 105.5 FM. Now, before we went on that break, we're talking about the president saying that we ought to start saying declining, security is declining as opposed to rising. And sometimes we feel like our leaders are disconnected, is why their realities are different from what they see. And I know, Plato, when we went on that break, you're talking about how in immigration, someone had, disguised, one of their leaders apparently had acted like his mystery guest and then gone to see the kind of things that happen there. Until our leaders start to do that, sometimes a lot of the things that are happening obviously will not be exposed. And I want to talk about this situation quickly. I think it was last week or there about my colleague Folakemi Arulu, Folakemi Mighty, who works with the sister or our sister station, Lagelu FM, had gone to perhaps get a passport at the immigration office here in Agodi. And in particular, Mr. Shegun, I don't know who it is. Apparently, I hear that that's what he does to women. Had embarrassed her and walked her out of there because he said her dress was short. Number one, if you saw the picture, her dress was not even that short. Number two is not...
I think, let's not talk about the dress.
Okay.
You see, people like this are those who embolden rape.
Yes.
Because someone who begins to say, oh, your dress is this. Now, what business have you as an immigration officer with what someone is wearing? The immigration office is not the church. Neither is it the mosque.
Absolutely.
You have no right whatsoever.
Yes. You are not taking a full picture. If you're going to take a picture,
if you are taking a full picture, is there any law that says that there is a particular code of dressing? Now you see, we need to begin to make some categorical statements here. Now, the Mr. Shegun, or whatever his name is a potential rapist, and that's the fact. It's the truth, because such a person would have a reason, would feel that he has enough grounds to justify such an action. And people of his ilk are also the kind of persons, you see, there are fundamental rights. And if someone comes into a place and you feel that, the best thing for you to do is to walk her out as if it is your father's establishment.
Yes, and calling her all sorts of names.
I don't know why you people are, reacting this way to this news. We live in a country where impunity is shielded by immunity. Everybody, I read the write-up yesterday. Forgotten the writer's name. Beautiful write-up. Nothing will happen. That was the fulcrum of the paper. You see, it is about impunity and immunity.
Right.
Everybody is striving to get to that power base. Why? So that you can be immune.
You can ride roughshod on the law.
Oh, you ride roughshod on the law. That is what is happening everywhere. Uniformed people, you see the way they are behaving. They behave as if they are, unaccountable to anybody. There is this trending news, I'm sure we're going into the NSAS stories shortly, but this is just part of it. Somewhere around Kogi State, these police officers stopped, travelers on the road, and they actually took a passenger to the bank.
Barrister, that's not new.
Wow.
The head.
They have POS.
Yes, I knew of one that happened in Osun State that I had to be personally involved.
The guy was even screaming. He said, look, if you don't take time, blood will flow. That is the typical mentality of those people who wield power.
It's ridiculous.
Who wield power. Something, you see, abuse of privilege. But why? It will always go. Nothing go happen.
I mean, it's sad. Of course, people were begging her and told her eventually, because she put it on social media, she's taking it down to show that it's not even about her dress at the end of the day. That's not your business. You're asked there, you're put there for a job, and you have taken it upon yourself to be dress code assessment.
And I think, Ronnie, at this point,
if a man is at his desk doing his job,
exactly, he will not be measuring people's skirts.
When did you become an assessor of
it's your business, Mr. Shegun. They say that's what he does to women. That's what he does to women.
My fear is this. Now, this has happened to Folakemi Mighty because she's an OAP, and so she's got the platform to say. What happens to
Shade from
Alakia? a mulika from from Beret.
And such a platform. It's women.
Exactly.
One day he will tell men, why is your button all the way to the top, or you get out.
Why can't he do that to broad-chested men and tell them, you need to watch your biceps?
I told you, I recounted a story to you. A boy whose motorbike, he had just taken delivery of it, a hire purchase. He was robbed here in Felele. The boy went to the police station to lodge a complaint. He was given a paper to write a statement and what have you. And do you know what happened next? They asked him, where are your family members around? He said yes. He said, call them so that they can come and take your bill.
Imagine someone that was going to report something.
The complainant.
So when we keep encouraging people like this, Mr. Shegun, look, you think it's just a women problem. That's why the NSAS thing.
There are so many
going
Mr.
to NSAS. Yes, there's so many Mr. Sheguns, and it's not just about what women are wearing.
Those who are trying to protect him, feeling that they are his friends,
they are not helping him
because
he's not done.
They are actually emboldening because when
they try that nonsense with the wrong person.
Exactly, they are emboldening him because he will feel that I've always gotten away with it. He will not know that
what is your business with what women are wearing or what people are wearing.
The truth of the matter is
business.
This. When impunity is shielded by immunity, criminality thrives.
Absolutely.
And that is what we are seeing.
And that brings us
no consequence.
What
they just beg him and leave him. That's how it is. We don't want to erode our culture.
That brings me to what the acting CG did. And I know I've said this on this platform, that there is a need for our different directors, heads of different agencies, particularly paramilitary agencies, to begin to move around as misery workers. See, when you do that, you would have a first-hand experience of what your boys are doing.
Look, Plato, what are you talking about? Are you saying they don't know what is happening?
Barrister, let's assume they don't.
No, we cannot assume what is on. What cannot be assumed. They know. Look, we have heard policemen even speaking on camera that the money they are extorting from from their checkpoints to whoever up there. You are seeing a sergeant in the police force riding a jeep and nobody is asking questions, no consequences. Till tomorrow,
Barrister,
go to the police station.
I beg to disagree. The blessings of the Lord
make it rich.
Make it rich.
No, I mean, okay, going to this answer because we think, you two, what's Falake you two wearing? That's the same mentality that the SARS guy that says you look like a Yahoo boy.
Yeah,
exactly. When you are not, or you are carrying a laptop, you must be a Yahoo boy. That is not his business. If he does the investigation and he finds out.
Thank God Barrister mentioned this. Someone was sharing a story with me. He said, he's a bike man, and then he was telling me a story along, and he said that he was with a young man, and then while they were going, the police stopped him and said, let us see your phone. And he said that was around Songo Ijokodo axis, and then he said the young man said, well, why do you want to see my phone for what? And they were dragging it, and he said, okay. So the man said, we have to see her. He said, for what? And you want to ask yourself, for a long time, the CP and the IGs have said, no, you have no right to check anybody's phone unless you have a warrant.
Exactly.
And still, nevertheless,
when this IG came, he said, no more illegal roadblocks. They still litter the country.
No, Barry said they're not new roadblocks. It's now block road.
It's now block road. You see, now NSAS is going to be a year tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes.
Good. And what the children did remains indivertible. In spite of the indignities meted out to, those wonderful children who came out to complain about immunity that is being shielded. Impunity that is being shielded by immunity. What have we done about it? Nothing.
The 5 on 5 demands. And then you begin to go around and you see that, the 5 on 5 demands have not been met. I was speaking with a lawyer who was deeply involved in the Lagos panel. And then we're trying to, I was trying to get some info. And you just discover that now we keep moving around the circle.
A year after, we have not gotten their panel's report. A year after.
Right. Look at this this comment on Facebook. Olani Dari Temitokwe, thank you for watching us. Says, you have made the point. We blame the government, but the citizens are to be blamed as well. Corruption is within the common citizens as well. Believe you me, charity begins at home. Our leaders also started somewhere. Raji Afiz Abidemi says, good morning, Ronke and humble men in the studio. On the issue of cooking gas, honestly, it's getting higher every day. Federal government should please reduce the price of cooking gas. My wife nearly fought me yesterday concerning this cooking gas. They are breaking homes again.
Can you imagine at a time when the world is going green? At a time when the world is going green. I know the energy crisis is not peculiar to Nigeria alone. You know, we're having problems all over the world. But how do we tackle the problem that we have? Look at the
barrister. It's just like taking people away from the comfort of their place of comfort to a place of distress.
Exactly. Let's take this. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Ronke.
Hello, Reverend Kobe. Good morning.
And Plateau.
Good morning.
Morning, Reverend.
I want to first of all ask: did Folake report to the controller of immigration what happened to her? If she has not, I expect her to get a lawyer, write a letter, and officially complain to the controller of that office. And let's see what will happen.
Okay, that's a good
Leaving that aside, how do we reduce criminality in Nigeria? The president said there is a decline. I can see decline. Crime will decline when we reorientate and reduce interest of criminals. And this is for all: parents, government, concerned individuals, religious centers. Let us strive to assist people to get means of livelihood. An idle hand is the devil's workshop. Let us help people to learn a trade even after graduation and they don't get a job. Let us give them money to trade. Let them teach them how to fish rather than giving them fish to eat. Let us equally let our people embrace vocational things they can do with their hands rather than looking for jobs that does not exist. When somebody is hungry, he will be tempted to steal. He will be tempted to commit crime. So it is a holistic thing. All of us. I want our churches, our mosques to empower people there to learn trade. So let them learn shoemaking. Let them learn barbing. Let them learn little businesses that require little or no criminal. Let the politician not only delight in giving them okada. Let them empower them with some money with which they can trade. When people are meaningfully engaged, crime will reduce.
Absolutely.
If you need more explanation, go and look at my Facebook. I wrote 53 businesses that require little or no capital. It can help those who are looking for means of livelihood. Good morning.
All right, thank you.
There's actually something the first caller said, the comment you read.
Yes.
You know, I don't feel good when I hear people talking about what is happening in the country. Yes, the people too are also to blame, and so on and so forth. Look, let us stop this. I am a witness of 1983 in this country, when Muhammadu Buhari, Tunde Idiagbon were in charge, and the operation was on, and I saw compliance. I am telling you,
the truth is, don't even go too far.
One minute.
See, there are examples you can cite. The truth is, when people know that the law is in place and anyone who goes against it will be dealt with, they will fall in line.
And that is the essence of government. Absolutely. So when a flock loses its way, the fault lies with the shepherd. Don't be blaming the sheep.
Okay. All right. Fasasi Abdulkadir Abiodun says the president obviously lives on another planet and not in touch with reality on ground. He is totally dispassionate about the security of the nation. We have nothing to celebrate yet. Everywhere is being overrun by terrorist groups. Why should we condition the press on reportage? The Buhari-led administration is totally tragedy to all Nigerians. Oh Lord, you guys make
it's total tragedy.
All right. Olawale, so that I was stuttering there. Olawale Ashiri says, please, why is the price of cooking gas increasing at this rate? Over 100% increase already within a year. Are we importing cooking gas?
Of course.
Right,
we are importing it from Algeria.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Commissioner Demonagbe for UI.
Hello, comrade. Go ahead.
Our sister that was barred in the immigration, there's need to sort of okay. So every Nigerian needs to be an activist. So by the time you are discussing it, people will listen, and there will be intervention. How many of us have money to call a lawyer? Exactly. So we have to take responsibility of this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Absolutely. No, people are begging. Why are you begging? So you
It's
can
not about
embarrass,
begging.
so embarrass me tomorrow.
Please, I need to say this. The rate of armed robbery in Ibadan is taking an unprecedented level. UI lost a young chap.
Yes.
Another one was lost to a hit and run driver. And before the young chap, there's someone also I know who was also caught up, who was in POS and was shot in the leg. And that's to tell you of how...
I think I am going to open up a new line of action in this country. Because, look, by virtue of the provisions of the Constitution, somebody should be held liable for all of these things that we are witnessing. You see, let us start going to court. Let's start going to court. Don't say because I'm saying it because I'm a lawyer. But people should bear liability for some actions. Government should be responsible. It is the duty of government to ensure the security and welfare of
we
the
should
people.
start from the justifiability of fundamental objectives of the Constitution.
We can always... They found a way around it. Didn't they find a way around it to set up EFCC?
Shina from the UK.
We can also
Hello?
take that.
Okay. Hello? Oh, okay, all right. We lost that call. But Barrister, we know about how many cases that have, our judicial system itself there's nothing encouraging going on there. So we know of lots of cases that they're stifled, expired, and just, so how many people do you
There's no doubt about it. It's unfortunate, but we shouldn't stop.
Absolutely. This text says, God bless you and your, okay, let's take, okay, hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. We cannot hear you. I think there's a delay. He's calling from the UK, I believe. There's plus 44. Number. Okay, all right, he's having difficulties. God bless you and your guests. We'll never have President Buhari again. Okay, all right. Thank you. Hello, good morning. You won't since it's 10 minutes. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Good morning.
Akim Bolushere.
Please, Akim.
Okay, good to have you here. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I think sometimes ago, I talked about the prices of gas. In fact, I want to say it again. It's giving me serious concern. I said something on my Facebook page. How Nigerians are now trying to survive. We now have some kind of cooking taco. We've added into 3. We have a pot also. We've added into 2. So you can be cooking 2 food at the same time. And you can be cooking 3 food at the same time. But let's face reality. What's making this price of gas to continue to rise day by every day? It's increasing. Are we going to wait till Nigeria is unable to survive anymore? What is our president doing? And whenever I hear him talk or any of the standards to you just wonder, where are they living? Are they living in this country? I want to say it. They don't know how cooking gas is being supplied to them. They don't know how food is being supplied to their kitchen. So they don't care about us. I think answers tomorrow, there are so many programs. Let us add to it that we need better life conditions for Nigeria. We want to live, we don't want to believe as if we are IDP camp anymore. Enough is enough. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
You can imagine a country where the president is earning a salary and yet they still budget about 124 million naira annually for feeding the president and his family.
All right, let me read
the
this.
one for vice president too, they there in this country.
This comment on Facebook. Abu Kasmi says, Plato is right with his analysis. I can see Ronke, Giwa, and Onafuwa are somehow angry as regards the maltreatment of women, as regards their dressing. It will be addressed if we air our voice. Take it easy, Ronke, Giwa. It will be resolved. It will be must. Uluwashino Akinrisola says, if I was in Nigeria, I will beg like 8 ladies who need to renew their passport to dress as they like. Then we'll go to immigration office. And you know what? Me, Shegun, and Mr. Shegun will have a good day in court for harassment, bullying, and civil disobedience. And of course, else,
the courts are still there. Let us make use of the courts.
Absolutely.
The courts are still there. The courts are still
such
there.
a person needs to be,
And
you know, if it's not reined in, it will continue to be a beast.
Exactly. So let us make use of the courts. That's the essence. If somebody has abused your rights, the law allows you to go to that high court in your state where the alleged infringement occurred and seek redress.
Okay, Mr.
Where there is a right, you know, of course.
Absolutely.
You know?
Mr. Ayobabayemi says, I beg to disagree with Plateau that the high-ranking police officers should monitor the police at checkpoint. The officers send them to extort money and they get the feedback. So sad. Olusegun Patrick Banjo said, this is absurd that Nigeria is not self-sufficient in LNG or cooking gas. Folakemi ought to sue the immigration officials. Absolutely, I totally concur. It's not about begging because he will do it to somebody else tomorrow. I mean, that for me is,
my fear is not for someone who has a platform.
Exactly.
My fear is for those who don't have the platform.
The majority.
The Sulia out there, the Malika out there,
the policeman in the trending video in Kogi. Do you know this guy actually slapped one of the passengers? Slapped one of the passengers.
The audacity. Well,
audacity call. Assault me.
Sure.
Assault me, but he will get away with it.
All right, well, unfortunately, our time is up. Thank you very much. I hope something starts to happen. You know, that's how we know that we're in a country. When something starts to happen, when people do what they ought not to do. But thank you very much, Barrister. Thank you, Plateau, for being here.
You're welcome.
We appreciate you both. Thank you very much. And thank you for listening. We appreciate you for listening. And thank you for watching as well. Thank you, Facebook. We appreciate you. All right, I'm at 8 o'clock. I'm going to actually have one of the people that were at the forefront of the Ibadan NSAS protest. I will be here. We're talking about the lessons learned from the NSAS protest. So join me at 8 o'clock. I'm Ronke, Giwa, Onafuwa. Good morning.